So a while back, I made a video talking about plants I don't like and regret buying, and it was about 4 months ago, and since then I've gotten a lot more plants, and I think my opinions have just changed quite substantially. And in that video, I also cited a couple plants that I didn't like at the time that are a bit of some fan favorites, so I got a bit of hate for that. But today we're going to be revisiting those plants and kind of just testing the waters. I haven't watched this since then, so just seeing how I feel about them now and if I'm shocked by my previous behavior. So let's hop into it. So the first one that I mentioned was palm trees, and I still stand by that I shouldn't have bought that first palm tree that I did. I think it was like a parlor palm or something like that, and I just don't think those are meant to be houseplants. They just always die on everybody. But that I have seen a lot of cool palm trees, so I'm not saying that it's a bad plant. So I think I would have still included it in this list actually, because I still regret getting that first palm tree that I got because it just was not going to survive and it was just a waste of money really. So okay, variegated string of hearts was the next one, and at the time I guess I almost killed my variegated string of hearts that I'd previously gotten, but actually I have that plant right here potted with a bunch of regular string of hearts, and if I can get this to focus on just the string of hearts. Up here at this top corner, that's the variegated string of hearts, and it's doing quite well now, so it's coming back from the dead. I do wish obviously that I had like more plant to show for that, but because of the circumstances that it was in, I'd say that's pretty acceptable and pretty good for the plant. So I don't regret buying it because I still really like the plant. It's just kind of, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was just trying to find plants for that, like the video's sake back then, but definitely don't regret buying this actually. And I think maybe it's because it survived and everything that I can say that now with like confidence. But yeah, I would probably buy it again, but I guess my point in that video was that I wanted to buy a more established plant, which who wouldn't? I mean, everybody would want to buy a more established plant. String of turtles, which I actually have part of mine. I sold the mother plant, but I had like 2 cuttings, and let me grab that. So I sold the main plant for this, and this one, it's pretty bare on top of some of the vines because it dried out a ton when I left it for 3 weeks. It's like a tiny little string of turtles, so it's nothing special or anything. I still stand by that, like, it's not my favorite plant in terms of like the rest of the plants that I have, but like it's still a good one. Like I still really like it. It's cute and everything, and it's growing well, so I think I figured out how to grow it, but I don't know, it's just not one of my favorite. But like I don't regret buying it because I still probably would have bought one, but maybe I would have waited around, because literally the annoying thing is if I had waited like 2 more months, all the local nurseries would have had like big pots of that for $15, and I bought a small pot of it for $15. So maybe that's more like it. Like I wish I would have waited rather than I regret buying it as a whole. So maybe that's more like what we're talking about here. But string of turtles still, it's like, it is very delicate, which is a shame because I like kind of, if I go in and have to like clean my plants, I like wiping down the leaves and everything. And if I do that with string of turtles, they're all gonna fall off. So I don't know, it is a bit more delicate than like other plants, and that's a bit of a shame, but I still don't think I would like go as far to say I would regret buying it. Next is an arrowhead plant, and I think this is a Syngonium is the actual like proper whatever term. These still are really cute, and I still think they are really cute. Mine just died from thrips that I couldn't get rid of, which is a shame. But Syngonium albos, those are pretty. I mean, nobody can say they're not. And there's like so many pretty pink kind of colored ones, and just the variegated ones are super, super fun. I still would prefer like the Hartley philodendron or pothos for a trailing vining plant, so I wouldn't go straight away to an arrowhead plant or a Syngonium or whatever. But they're still super pretty. I just don't think I personally would buy one right now, but I think I would definitely get one in the future. I just don't think it fits into my collection at the moment. So I guess that's like kind of still true with the old video, but I don't feel as strongly for it, I guess. And then next is probably one of the most popular plants that people usually have in their house. It's a snake plant, which the reason in this video that I gave for not liking it was because I had that massive black coral snake plant that I didn't like. I do think I'd like a smaller snake plant though. One that, you know, was like growing quite a lot and had lots of room to grow as well, so it like was growing faster and everything. But I do actually quite like the moonshine snake plants, the, you know, the really silvery blue kind of colored ones. I just haven't found one that I really love yet in terms of like how healthy it looks and all that sort of stuff, which is why I haven't gotten one. But I do think I'd probably get one of those in the future and kind of have it in a place with less light or just somewhere that doesn't get as much attention from me, so it didn't need, you know, since it doesn't need as much constant care, I could actually have it thrive and be fine, you know, even in like a guest bedroom or something, so nobody could kill it even if they tried. Next is Raven ZZ, which is honestly just kind of uncalled for. I don't know why. I don't know. This is actually like, I don't really have any excuse. I mean, it was me 4 months ago, which doesn't seem like a long time, but my opinions are so much more different from then. I actually want a ZZ plant right now, whether that's a Raven or whatever. Like, I do like them. I don't know. I don't know what changed, because nothing's changed. I haven't gotten one since, but like, I do like ZZ plants. I don't know why, like, I think in this video I said that I didn't like how fast they grew because they didn't grow very fast for me, or just put out like one shoot when I had it. But I think it was super root bound, so it's not gonna grow very quickly when it's root bounded. Like, I don't know. Maybe I didn't know as much about plants then as I do now, even though it's only been 4 months. Like, you can learn a lot in 4 months. So I think that that's probably the biggest difference between my opinions, like now versus back then. But yes, I so apologize to anybody that was hurt when I said that I didn't like ZZ plants. The next one is a Tradescancia, and I actually quite like these plants. I think it's just because the tricolor, when I had it, it was really hard to keep looking nice and pretty and full and everything. So I think that's why it was such an issue for me. But even like the silvery purple one, I used to not like that one actually at all. Like, I didn't really just like those colors together, and I just thought it was a bit fake looking. But actually I've learned to like that one a lot too, and especially I've seen a lot of them outdoors here in Texas, and they look amazing because they're always thriving when I see them out there. So I think that I would probably, if I got one, and I'm not ruling out saying that I would never get one or anything, but I think I would get one of those like silvery purple ones, because those ones seem to be a bit hardier than the tricolor. But tricolor is just so pretty. I have tried to get one since this video, and I don't know, they're gorgeous. I mean, nobody can say they're not. The next one that I said on here was a Ficus to Nikki, and I love Ficus. I mean, I have a ruby one back there. Okay, now that I watched the video a bit more, it's because I bought a rehab plant, and I still stand by. I don't really like buying rehab plants unless it's like on clearance or something, so I wouldn't just like buy a plant because like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for that one and buy a rehab. Like, I'd rather wait it out and buy one that's in good condition. But yeah, that's not specific to just this Ficus, so I guess, yeah, on this list as well, it's a bit inaccurate because I would definitely buy one, and I've actually looked to buy one, but just haven't found the right one yet. And probably the plant on this list that caused the most issues in terms of people in the comments coming after me was Hoya. I said I didn't like Hoya basically at all, and that I thought the Crimson Princess was ugly and just caused all these sort of problems, which probably wasn't very smart considering it was like one of my first videos. But actually since then I've grown as a person, and I have, surprise, surprise, a Hoya Crimson Princess. I hope I can brighten up this lighting because it's kind of dark, but I actually have a Hoya Crimson Princess, so it's just like, what am I even on about? I was literally chatting so much crap in that video, and I can't believe that I even like tried to even justify my opinions there. But then I also literally have a Hoya Publicalyx, and I mean, two of the plants that I literally stated specifically in that video that I wouldn't buy again, I bought both of those as my first two Hoya. So I don't know. I was on something else then. I don't know what. It makes no sense to me, honestly. I can't even like begin to give you reasons for why those were on my list. But isn't he so cute? I just made him this trellis the other day because his little tendril was going crazy, so I just wanted him to have something to wrap around. But he's doing great, and so is the princess, so I don't know really. But those are all the plants that I had on that list before, and honestly, it's a bit shocking. I don't know that I would even have enough plants right now to make a full list for a video like that again. I might, no, because it depends on the plant completely, and I just don't have any plant that's like specifically like, no, I will not buy that, because plants are super cute, and I just feel like if you get one that's healthy and everything, then it's great. So I apologize to anybody who's seen that video and that took offense to that, because obviously I am now on board with you and I'm taking offense to that, and that's literally me in the video. So I apologize for that, but thanks for watching this and I hope it redeems me from that previous video. But like I said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.